I don't think I'm having more fun. I honestly just feel like with the crowd, and especially playing at home, I think just capitalizing on the energy that we have here and knowing that kind of just fuels the team. It fuels me, and understanding how big this game was for us. Obviously, it's a one-game win streak, but we're just wanting to continue to get better and improve. And I think just in the heat of the game, I was just kind of fired up. And I mean, I do it in practice as well. So I would just say I'm just like living in the moment. I'm having so much fun playing alongside the best players that are on my team, and obviously super excited to be able to win.
JJ, there were a bunch of possessions throughout the night where you were able to switch out to Skylar Diggins-Smith and other Storm players in the perimeter. When you're able to sort of like fly out there and sort of like blow up possessions, how do you think that sort of like uplifts the rest of the defense behind you?
Yeah, I think just being where we're supposed to be, helping my teammates out. I think last year teams kind of wanted to put me in the actions a lot defensively in terms of being the big in the coverage, and I kind of took that personally, and I've been coming into the season really focusing on that and really trying to execute our defensive schemes and stuff out there. So, yeah.
For Breanna, in the second quarter, was there anything Seattle was doing defensively that really helped, I guess, limit you guys offensively, or were you getting the shots you wanted but just weren't making them?
I think they obviously picked up their intensity, and the ball was kind of getting stuck a lot. We weren't able to kind of flow through anything or move it to multiple sides. And that was really the reason that we struggled to score in that quarter. But we went into halftime like aware of it, and I feel like that's the growth of this team. Is like we know what we need to do and come back out in the second and make sure that we were moving it.
Sandy, you talked about being a little bit tired, 4 games in 7 days. Does that affect how you coach like the last game of this stretch? And now that you have a couple of days before your next one, what does the schedule look like now, Tuesday, Wednesday?
They're off tomorrow. They need to go have some rest. It's grueling, but get your rest while you can, because there's not many days that you can have days off. And then we'll come back on Wednesday and we'll refocus and just focus on Chicago. And we'll be motivated for that because they kicked our butt in preseason. And I know it's preseason, but, we won't let that happen again. So we'll be ready. And it's about our growth. We talk about this is how do we want to play at both ends of the floor. That's our identity, and we've got to keep working on that daily.
I think the Indiana games were, for me at least, a little bit more physical. I think we had a little bit more attention on like some of the other players out there, like the guards. I mean, other than Caitlin Clark, but like Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins. They had like 2 guards that could really go off on us, so we had a little bit more attention on them. But I mean, ultimately, it's about us and how we play and what we want to do. And we know that if we kind of execute the game plan and we come out there the way that we want to, like we can beat any team in this league.
Sab, you've hit Stewie a couple of times now on those no-look cuts to the rim in these first few games on the baseline. What are you two, now that you've got this extra year of chemistry, seeing from one another that you've got that little ESP going?
Yeah, I mean, I think just like you said, I think having a year together, we don't nearly have to communicate as much on the court anymore because we can kind of just play off one another and read. And I think that's obviously been the growth of this team, is just being able to play a season together last year. Coming into this year, we've kind of picked up where we left off, and people are getting used to my passes. I'm getting used to the way that people are playing as well, and obviously still had a little too many turnovers tonight, but it's been really nice to just see how we've been able to move the ball and do so without necessarily play calling, just because we're so familiar with one another. And she knows, and all our team knows, as long as we continue to move, me or Sluty are going to find one another. And so I think that's kind of the growth of this team in this year, and we've been able to see it so far in the first 4 games.
Sabrina, over here. Last year, you had 4 games of 8 or more points in the paint. This year, already you have 2 games of such. Just what has that been to go and be more aggressive, and what does that open up for this team offensively?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I took into the offseason and really worked on, understanding that I have my 3-point shot, but to continue to help the team to be able to just manipulate defenses and get into the paint, which allows, the extra pass, defenses to collapse, my ability to go up, get fouled, and understanding that sometimes the 3-point shot's not going to go in, and sometimes defenses are going to guard it really well. And so continuing to expand my game and understanding how that's going to help my teammates and how that's going to help this team win.
It's a long season. We're only 4 games in, but we have wonderful offensive players. And it's just playing in the right way and moving the ball and staying true to what our identity is. But trying to put them in spots where they can have success as well, because they're all great players. And, you know, I had mentioned I probably overplayed them all last year, but I probably had to play them a little bit more today to try and get that win. But they have a day off tomorrow, so I don't feel so bad. I'll freshen them up a little bit. But, you know, they're professionals. They compete so hard, and they've got this unique set of skills, and we haven't even touched. We've got so much more we know we can continue to grow, and that's what excites me, and hopefully we'll, you know, by the end of the year it's going to be really even, you know, way smoother than it was today.